Live, this is News Channel 8 at 11 on your side.
Some families are returning to devastation in the aftermath of Hurricane Milton, like this Palmetto woman who found the roof ripped off her home.
And in Bradenton, boats and debris smashed on the shores and roadways along the Manatee River. Some were even carried across streets and into yards.
As the Tampa Bay area dries out and the cleanup begins, 8 on your side is with you every step of the way through the storm recovery process. Tonight, that recovery has just begun. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us tonight. Communities in our area are without power, many millions. Some dealing with unimaginable damage to their homes. Governor Ron DeSantis stopping in Sarasota today to survey the damage himself and give updates on the state's recovery efforts. News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers brought your concerns to the governor in an exclusive interview. And tomorrow morning, many Bradenton Beach residents will get their first look at the damage from Milton.
They will. Bradenton Beach and Longboat Key will reopen to residents and business owners starting at 8 a.m. There will still be a curfew in place, though, from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. The city of Venice says it will start collecting trash, recycling, and yard waste again tomorrow. In fact, for storm debris, the city says a contractor will start those bulk collections of debris left behind by Milton, but the city says that process will take some time.
Manatee County residents are in the midst of the recovery from 2 hurricanes, back-to-back, obviously. News Channel 8's Brittany Muller is in the Trailer Estates area to show us how residents there are dealing with the damage. Well, as Duke Energy crews work to get the lights back on, officials say some people could be in the dark a little while longer.
450,000 homes and businesses across Pinellas County are without power tonight. News Channel 8's Marilyn Parker joins us live from 16th Street South. And Marilyn, those high winds, those down trees, it's really the perfect combination to contribute to those outages.
It's going to be a big cleanup for some people. The tree's not even all the way out of the ground, and city leaders say 100 trees came down across the city, landing on power lines and creating a big task ahead for the crews trying to get the city back up and running. If you see down trees like this in your neighborhood, the city is asking that you report it on the See-Click Fix app so they can help get to it faster. They also let us know that seeing these trees down, some of that actually contributed to the water main breaks in the area. There is still a boil water advisory in effect, so you want to keep that in mind when you're using your water tonight and into tomorrow until the city gives us further information. We're live in St. Pete tonight. Marilyn Parker, 8 on your side.
Well, some serious flooding in Pinellas County is turning streets into rivers. News Channel 8's Kenny Morales spoke to St. Pete residents who were waiting for the water to recede.
And it was a stunning scene in Kathleen today. A massive sinkhole of sorts here, just the ground swallowing up parts of 2 homes. Heavy rain led to this disaster, leaving people in shock. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur has a closer look at the damage.
Thank you, Georgia. We want to go right now to Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baradelli.
Maybe you can put some of this into perspective for us, Jeff. I mean, just so much rain in our particular area.
And I think overall that might have been one of the bigger impacts of this system. Tons of rainfall, and it all fell in a very short period of time. In fact, it rained over 5 inches in 1 hour in St. Petersburg. Pete, there was 18 inches of rainfall, but that swath was on the northwest side of the system as it made its way northeast. Look at Plant City, around 13 inches, same thing north of Tampa, places like Temple Terrace. You go even northeast of there in northern Polk County, 14 inches of rain. So how rare is a rainfall like this? Well, over 24 hours, it is very rare. In fact, some places it's a 1 in 200 to 1 in 500 year event in the purple, from St. Petersburg through the southern part of Tampa, Plant City, and to the northeast from there. So this was, in fact, a very rare event. And one of those reasons we're seeing more of these is because water temperatures are warmer and also air temperatures are warmer. The air holds more moisture, and when water temperatures are warmer, storms get stronger. Let me show you this. What if Milton had moved 25 miles further north? It made a huge difference. The storm made landfall right around the Sarasota-Bradenton airport with around 10 feet of surge. Had this system come further north, it would have pushed with its counterclockwise flow all that water into the bay and actually into the narrowing bay, which would have led to even higher surge, as much as 15 feet in places like Tampa and St. Petersburg. Meteorologist Rebecca Barry will be back in just a few minutes with your forecast until the weekend.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Still ahead tonight, a look at more of the damage left behind from Hurricane Milton.
After the break, we'll take you to North and South Tampa as people deal with flooding aftermath as well as all of those power outages.
Have you been in an auto accident? You need help fast. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY even from the scene. Your free 24/7 auto accident helpline.
In the ever-changing world of weather, accuracy is everything. Max Defender 8 is Tampa Bay's most trusted and accurate weather radar. With its advanced military-grade technology, Max Defender 8 can see storms other radars can't. So you'll know exactly when and where severe weather will impact your community. At NewsChannel 8, your safety is our priority. Count on Max Defender 8, the most accurate weather radar in Florida. Only on NewsChannel 8, on your side.
Starting tomorrow, Hillsborough County will also resume residential curbside trash, recycling, and yard waste collections on routes that can be safely accessed. A warning that there could be delays, though, due to flooding or storm debris in the roadways. Hurricane Milton had a devastating impact on South Tampa, including widespread power outages, downed trees, and flooded homes.
Tonight, News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson reports that it may take a little longer than you'd like for this to recover.
Several people in North Tampa had to be rescued from their homes because of flooding. News Channel 8's Ty Russell was in one area as law enforcement and neighbors used boats to help families find dry ground.
Some of those areas are really caught me off guard. You know, when someone says, well, we've been here for years, even with the heaviest rains, we don't see flooding like this, and all of a sudden it's up to your
It was a historic
waist.
rainfall flooding. We look at two factors with that, the amount of rain, of course, and then the amount of rain that falls in a short amount of time, because that's what puts the stress on the drainage areas.
We are so saturated, too, so it just simply,
That did not
there's
help.
nowhere to go.
But I like it that you're going to have the silver lining. You always do.
You always do.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
It's the only thing you can do in a situation like this is look for those silver linings. And it's the best weather we've seen in months. We're talking slightly lower humidity. We're talking getting into the 60s for the first time since this spring, and cooler afternoons as well with a nice breeze. So if you are without power this evening and for the next couple of days, the weather sure is acting a little more gentle in terms of what we normally expect. And so right now we're sitting right at 70 degrees looking out over the beautiful microlumen camera. This is the part of town that does have power. There's a lot of town that does not, and it looks very dark out there if you're making your way around town. And now this is not rain, this is radar, this is returns the radar picks up on when we're cooling, and so that's just a sign of how quickly the temperatures are dropping. Normally this is a smaller green area around the radar site, but since we are seeing that dramatic change in temperatures, it's reflected a little bit more dramatically on the radar. We don't have many temperature sites working, but the ones that are working are in the 70s. Bowling Green already down into the 60s there. Your wind speed's the same, a lot of locations down, but anywhere between 10 and 15 miles per hour in general for sustained winds, and gusts are still close to 20 miles per hour. We're headed down into the mid 60s. It's windows open weather, so nice and cool, couple of passing clouds, really lovely compared to the heat and the humidity that we had about a week ago. And so we are enjoying that first taste of fall on the backside of Milton. That low pressure system pushed across the state today, that hurricane, and then earlier today, and then brought down that cooler air behind it. That's what's cleared our skies out. That's what's lowering our temperatures. This is what you're waking up to. We've got mid to low 60s to the north of I-4 and mid to upper 60s to the south of I-4. We put a 10% chance for rain in because we'll just have a little northeasterly winds, one or two of the showers could get pushed across the state, but even your afternoon temperatures not too bad for cleanup. We're in the low 80s. It'll get warm at times, but not hot and not as sticky because of the lower humidity. And so this is what you're waking up, you're cooling down to by Friday afternoon. That's when we see that 10% chance for a shower between about 5 and 8 p.m., but most people are staying dry. Here's what you're waking up to on Saturday. Some temperatures are still a degree or two cooler even than what we're waking up to tomorrow morning. So mid to low 60s still to the north of I-4, mostly upper 60s to the south of I-4. And another really beautiful weekend day here with nice northeasterly winds, temperatures generally in the 70s and low 80s, and another chance for showers. It's about another 10% chance for showers on Saturday during the later afternoon and early evening hours. We do see the humidity surging a little bit and some chances for passing showers on Sunday. And so early it's going to be down in Sarasota and Northport, and then some of those showers cycle northward into the I-4 corridor. We're talking Newport Richey, Lakeland, all the way back out to Melbourne. And so that's where the showers end up in the middle of the day. One last push of showers on Sunday evening, and we start to dry out right behind that. Your low temperatures well below average for the next several days, with another push out there as we head of dry air that plunges our temperatures for the middle of next week. So here's how it looks on your 8-day forecast. Beautiful weather out there, nice and sunny with a chance for showers on Sunday. That's a look at weather. We'll be right back.
Keeping you safe, the Max Defender 8 weather team on News Channel 8. Get the latest Hurricane Milton alerts. Download the News Channel 8 app now.
Some pretty stunning video of a Coast Guard crew rescuing a man stranded in the middle of the ocean amidst the turbulent waters caused by Hurricane Milton. You can see the man clinging to a cooler. He's actually in the Gulf of Mexico. His fishing boat stopped working a few days before Hurricane Milton hit. Today, searchers found the man about 30 miles off Longboat Key. A Coast Guard diver was lowered from a helicopter and swam to pick up that incredible.
It's a story I want to hear in detail. Is this a movie?
You know what?
I don't know.
And I went with those Coast Guard crews that do those rescues. I feel like I need to text somebody and say, was that you? Like, were those you guys?
It could have been,
the crew
actually.
that I went out with.
Yeah, it could have been. Could have been. Yeah.
More to come.
Thanks for joining.
That's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us. Jimmy Fallon is coming up next.
Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.